Welcome today to the show. I'm your host, Prophet74. Today we're going to bring rest games and we're going to talk about a 750 watts power supply. We're going to set it up and see what you guys think about it. But first of all, we're going to open it up, see what's included in here. And if you guys need something like this, it's durable, inexpensive, and also it has a bronze plus. So it's not the gold or the platinum, it's bronze. It still works. It does the job. It does what you need it to do. So we're going to take a look at it and set it up on a computer, on motherboard, and see what you guys think about it. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what you get when you purchase them like this. They actually sent me this. I really appreciate you guys because I was in the need of a power supply. And I got the email, hey, yeah, you really, and I said, yes, send it to me. Let's take a look at it, see what's included. And if it works out, that's even perfect. Now that people are getting new video cards, they're demanding more power into their systems. This is a great start. You know, 750, it's right there in the mark where you need it to be, especially if you're getting the 1080 or 2080 Ti's. This is perfect. The 330s and 3890s are higher. I would recommend the higher power supply because they take 350 watts or higher. So we're going to take a look at it, and this is very simple to set up. So we're going to take a look at it and see what you get also too. So let's go ahead. First of all, they give you instructions. Warnings in the front, where to contact, right in front of the cover, if you guys can see that. Right in front of the box, they give you actually contact support, if you know, email support, all that's included right in the as soon as you open the cover, that's included in there. I like that you will never lose that information in there. They give you, it's also included in the books too, so in the manuals included here. Very simple what's included in the box. They tell you up front. Very well packaged in here. They don't use a lot of the boxy and other stuff. This is perfect. Zip ties, screws that you're going to require to connect to your case, and a couple of wires, management zip ties in here. Power cord, you know, very necessary. This is included. They give you the actual connections, all the cables you're going to require. SATA connection, you know, basically the CPU, GPU, and all that stuff is included. Let's go ahead and get the piece of resistance in here. And before that, there's more stuff in here. All right, there's two more objects in here. This is a great system. This is actually to test your power out. So you can plug in your motherboard settings. Let me open it up here. And I got a couple of these. You can make this at home if you can, if you have the knowledge or if you have the experience. I would suggest don't try this if you don't know how. You might put in the wrong pin. Now, these pins are to actually, they're like kind of a crossover cable to actually make the motherboard run, the motherboard connection to actually run and pick up the power supply, because without this connection you're not going to be able to test this out. So let's go ahead and open it up, see what you get. Love the design of it, very simple, very basic. And the power supply is included here. Nice little ventilation on the top for the actual power intakes, and of course to distribute the heat out too also. So very simple, easy to set up. In fact, they give you one connection here, power, to power the whole system up itself. Power connection goes in here, you put in your screws, and you go forward. Now on the back of it, if you guys can see, you have 4 modules in here for PCI and SATA. Pretty much, that's pretty much what it works like. So let's go ahead and open one up. Yeah, here's all the power supply that you get. You get all the cables here included. Let's go ahead and open every single up and get everyone going. All right, so here we go. Including in the actual tie down itself, we're gonna open these up so you guys can see what's included in here. In here in the tie down, you got your actual main connections in here. And when I say main connections, you got your motherboard in here, and then you got your CPU to the motherboard. You also include a secondary in case you want to overclock for the new motherboards. They include that in here. This is necessary for those people that like to overclock their system. Sometimes the motherboard has an extra power for the CPU itself, and it's included in here. These are included in the mount itself. You cannot remove these. These are basic installed in there. And then they give you SATA connections in here. They give you 1, 2, 3 SATA connections. If you guys can see that, separate from that, 3 SATA connections, and this cannot be removed. These are actually built in the system itself. So because you see 4 connections in the Mac, means that, you know, basically these don't have to be included in there. They give you 4 connections for 4 different managements. So let's go ahead and set those up. So they give you another one here, and this is a SATA connection. You can include it in the bottom if you want. So let's go ahead and plug it in. That's one SATA connection for any additional SATA modules that you have, or, you know, SSDs. or hard drives included. Now they give you another one included in here, and this is another SATA. You can plug it in the top too. And then these are for actual your PCI card. These are perfect. These are actually made for even the new units for 1080s or 2080 Ti's. And also, if you buy the 330, the 390s, the 3090 or 3080, they give you an extension connection that you could connect this to the actual 12 pins. Now, if you guys can see, these are all included in here. These are perfect for one module itself. So you plug this into the PCL connection. You plug it in there, and basically use these two actually go to the actual GPU. So if you have a 2080 Ti, which I do, we're going to include that in here. Or if you have a actual larger card, even the 3080 or the 3090, they do have an extension connection for this, so you can plug in two of these in there. And if you ran out, they include it. If you want to do a double video card, you could actually add the second video card in here. I like that. Not a lot of modules come with this setup. You know, it's a little difficult to find the right one. And if you do, they're a lot more expensive than this. So I like this part. So let's go ahead and set that up in a motherboard and an actual tower and get it up and running. And I'm going to put this one in here, 750 watts. Let's go ahead and pour this sucker in here. I opened up earlier. Alright, this is the motherboard right here. I'm going to separate that one. The video cards, we're gonna, this is not the video cards, this is actually SATA. Lined up. Now we're gonna flip it around real quick so we could set up the cables on the motherboard, and then we could zip tie some more stuff. So this one goes on here this way. That's done. CPU. Gotta go. So we got the motherboard. Put it in the GPU. We got plenty of connections for the GPU here. Alright, we're going to put the video card back on this one. I have to put in the power supply. I'm going to put the power. One power goes in here. And then put the other one. And that's it. Pretty much that does it. Plug it in. Make sure you touch the machine. Turn the power on. Crank it up. We'll get your power on. It's going to turn off for the first time sometimes on the power, but it should do it. And that does it. That brings the video card on. Everything comes on. We're live. So if you have any questions on replacing power supply, very good power supply, 750 watts, inexpensive. You guys could, if you're gonna get a good video card, RTX 3080, 2080, they all fit with the same power supply, 750 watts, powering all my RGB lights, plus the rest of the stuff in here. So if you have any questions or any comments, I'm your host, Prophet74, and we're out.